Hello friends, welcome back to the video series Learn HTML5 in a Day. In the previous video, already we have discussed about the basic structure of any HTML file. As you know, the file, that means the HTML file, should be saved with the extension .html or .htm. In the previous video, already we have started to edit our first HTML file, that is index.html, and the file represented here is the previous one. And the first line of every HTML document is a doctype command, and that's why it has been written as doctype HTML. And we have another tag that is based on the attribute. The HTML element includes another attribute that is known as the lang or lang. And as you know, any HTML document consists of two parts, the head and the body. And that particular HTML lang, that means the attribute lang, must be written before the head. So here we can write the attribute like HTML, then we can use the keyword lang, and then suppose within double quote en, and that en means for English. Now the head element provides information about the document. The head element always contains two simple elements, a title element like here and the meta element. So which one is the meta element? Now the meta element is used to provide additional information about our document. The meta element has no content. All information is specified with attributes. The meta tag specifies the character set used to write the document. So here after the title we can use the meta tag, and here we have to type like meta, then suppose the character set, and for that we are using the char set, that particular keyword. Then we can use within single quote or within double quote, suppose UTF-8, and after that the slash, then end of the tag. The slash at the end of the tag specifies it has no closing tag. So it has a combined opening and closing tag. The content of the title element is displayed by the browser in the browser window's title bar. As like here we have hello in the title tag. So it has been represented here. And now the body of the document provides the content of the document. Now we should discuss on some basic text markup. That means the basic text markup describes how the text content of an XHTML or HTML document and can be formatted with the XHTML or HTML tag. The basic text markups are paragraphs, line breaks, preserving white space, headings, block quotes, font styles and size, character entities, horizontal rules, meta element. Today we should discuss on paragraphs, line breaks, preserving white space, headings and the block quotes. So first of all we are proceeding with the paragraph element. Text is normally placed in paragraph element. The P tag breaks the current line and inserts a blank line. Blank line means the new line gets the beginning of the content of the paragraph. The closing tag is required in XHTML but not in the HTML. Also, multiple spaces in the text are replaced by the single space. Let's check what is happening here. Here we are changing the content of the body, and here we are deleting the body. That means learn HTML5 in a day, subscribe, like, comment. That particular string has been removed. So if we save it using Ctrl S, and as you know, we are using the editor Notepad++, and we are using the browser New Edge from the Windows 11. So here after saving, we are once again refreshing the browser, and here that is blank because the body element is containing no string or any content. So here we are using the first one tag that is known as the P, that is for paragraph. So here we are typing P. Then we are writing some content here, but in a different manner. The first one we are writing the Mary, that particular word. Then we are using some space. Then we are writing had a little. Then once again on the next line and using some spaces, lamb and comma, suppose it's fleeces. Then some more spaces, not only one single space, was white as snow. And then we are closing the P tag, that means for the paragraph tag. Let us save it and let's check what is happening here with the output. Refresh the browser, and here we can see the output. Mary had a little lamb, its fleeces was white as snow. So in the format, we have written the content Mary, after that the break of the line, then some spaces has a little, then another break. The output is not like that. That means multiple spaces in the text are replaced by the single space. That's why the output is without any extra spaces or the line break. So that is the properties of the paragraph tag. Let us now check with the line breaks. That means how we can use the line break. The effect of the BR tag is the same as that of tag P, except for the blank line. It can have no content, therefore that means no closing tag also. Let's check what happens. Here we are removing the spaces or the line breaks, and also here we are removing the line break and extra spaces. Here are also some extra spaces, so that also has been removed. But after the lamb, that is the comma, after the comma, we are using the line break, that particular tag, and for that we are using BR and then the slash. Then save the document or the file, and let's check what happens here. We are refreshing the browser now, and now we can see Mary had a little lamb, that has been as an output on the first line, then the BR, that particular tag, is giving the HTML document. That means a new line break has been introduced. That's why its places was white as snow on the next line. So for the line breaks, we use the BR tag. Next one, we should discuss on the preserving white spaces. It is used to preserve white spaces in text, and for that, text in a PRE element preserves both spaces and also the line breaks. And we need the closing tag also here. It blocks the browser from eliminating the multiple spaces. So that is different from the P tag and also of the BR tag. Let's check what happens if we use the pre tag. But here, after P tag, we are using the pre tag. And then suppose here we are eliminating that particular content, and here we are writing, suppose on the first line, Mary, then some tab, and next line, had, then A, and another new line and new tab, some tabs or white spaces has been used, little, and not a single line break, suppose 2 line breaks, and after that we are using the lamp. And now we are saving the file. So here Mary, after that a single line, after that had A, after that another line and some white spaces, and after that 2 lines or break lines, then the lamp. Let's check after saving the file what happens with the output in the browser. Let's refresh the browser. And now we can see here that Mary had A on the next line, then on the next line little, and after that 2 lines, the lamp, that particular word is here. That means the white spaces and also the line breaks has been preserved. So preserving white spaces, we should use the pre tag within the paragraph text or the P tag. Next, we should discuss on the headings. And for the headings, there are 6 sizes. 1 to 6 are used for specifying the heading. It is specified with the H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and with H6. 1, 2 and 3 use font sizes that are larger than the default font size. 4 uses the default size and 5 and 6 use the smaller font sizes. Let's check what happens with the heading. So here within the body we are using some elements written with the headings, and for that at first we are removing that particular P tags or paragraph tags. So first of all we are typing suppose H1, and here we are writing suppose the H1 heading. Then here we are closing the tag. Then suppose here another one, we are copying it and pasting. So that is Ctrl V, and here we are writing H2, and also the tag has been changed here, so that is H2. Next one we are using the H3, so here that must be H3, and that is also suppose for h3, and here also the h3. Let it contain another line. So Control V for the pasting, and here we are using h4, and that is for h4, and that is also h4. So there are two remainings, h5 and h6. So here we are using the h5, and for that it is h5, and also the ending tag should contain h5, and the final one is the h6, and here the heading also giving us h6, and that one is the h6. So after saving the file, let's check what happens with the output. So here we are saving the file with Ctrl S, and let's check after refreshing the browser what should be the output. And here H1, the first one heading is the H1 heading. The H2 heading is also the sum smaller than H1, and as usual you can see the headings are going smaller and smaller. Once again, 1, 2 and 3 use the font sizes that are larger than the default font size. That means the H4, that one is the default font size. So H1, H2 and H3 are larger than the default font size, and the 5 and 6 use smaller font sizes than the default font size. So that means the H5 and H6 are smaller than the default font size. So that is how we can use the headings in body of any HTML document. The next one we should discuss on the block codes. The content of the block code can be made to look different from the surrounding text. It set a block of text off from the normal flow and appearance of the text. Browsers often indent and sometimes italicize. Let's check with the block code tag, and for that here we are removing the headings at first, and here we are using the first one tag as p tag. So here that closing p tag was previously there, but here we are removing that. Let's check what is happening here. So here we are using, suppose it is the use of block code, then it is the second line. We are just continuing the content, and here after that we are just ending the p tag. But after that once again we are using another block code tag, and for that we are using block code, and after that we are once again using the p, that particular tag, and here we are writing the same text, suppose. So here we are writing Control C here and Control V, and after that we are saving it. So let's check what is happening here. Just refreshing the browser, and here you can see the first one is the it is the use of block code, then it is the second line, we are just continuing the content. So that is the output for the first one. But the second one, when the block code tag has been used, we can check already the output is different from the very first one, which is only using the paragraph tag or the p tag. So that is how the block quotes are used, and practically block quotes are used when we use the double quote. That means that should be better looking for the HTML. And here also we are saving the file and we are just finding the output in the browser. So that means block quote is mainly used to specify someone special's code in the content or in the output. In the next video, we should discuss on the font styles and sizes, and also with the character entities, the horizontal rules, and the meta element for the basic text markup.